Okay, Julio. So this is one of our guys right here. This is
Yep.
Pat McAfee.
I do like Pat
And he
McAfee.
made a special announcement because for the last 3 or 4 years, he has been doing announcing here and there, maybe special events for WWE.
Mhm.
And now he's coming out saying,
Hmm.
Will I be returning to the WWE in the future? I don't think you ever say never, especially with WWE. But right now, it does not feel like it is something, it's supposed to have. It doesn't feels like that business. It's kind of passed me by a little bit. I grew up loving it, dreamed to work in it, feel honored that I had the opportunity to work alongside the GOAT, Michael Cole. But I feel like the business is in a good spot without me. I'll continue to watch. Will I be returning to the WWE?
because there's probably a bunch of wokesters in WWE that he don't get along with.
Oh, that's possible because he is not a wokester. That's for sure.
And he battles with ESPN. And
Oh, yeah.
isn't ESPN thinking about covering wrestling?
ESPN now, you can buy the WWE pay-per-views on ESPN Plus. So they're in a partnership.
So that also
ESPN.
might be it, where his podcast is on ESPN, but he battles with the executives at ESPN all the time.
Right. Well, he's put himself in an interesting position with his Pat McAfee show, which I am a fan of. Love the show.
Yeah, it's great.
He's also an independent contractor. So that show doesn't work for, nor is it a property of ESPN. He, whatever you would call it, leases the show to them. Now, when he's on College Game Day, then he's an ESPN employee.
Yeah, he's an employee, yeah.
So he has an interesting relationship with them and very smart to set it up that way because that gives him a very high degree of freedom with his show.
Yeah.
And I think he means more to ESPN at this point than ESPN does to him.
Yeah.
So he can take his ball and go home.
And they constantly are trying to well, why don't you go in the direction with your show? And why don't you cater to women? And why did you say that on your show this one time? He's like, nope, I'm pretty much doing exactly what you pay me to do.
Mm-hmm.
You bought the show the way that I do it. We're giving the show that you bought.
Yeah,
and
his
it's
show's
just constant bullshit.
It's a very frat boy type vibe. It's for guys. It's a guy show, which I like. Speaking of him in WWE, did you like him as a commentator or a performer?
He was okay. He was okay. I didn't hate him as a commentator. I just thought that because he was in and out a lot, he didn't know all the wrestlers and names and stuff. So he would flub some names or whatever.
Oh.
It's one of those things where it's like, you got to be doing it full time to really dig into what everybody's names are and everything else. So I didn't hate it.
Because he'd be there some of the year, you're right. But then when it was college football season, then he wouldn't be there. And he was kind of in and out. I will say, I know we did a clip about Logan Paul, another WWE superstar, earlier. This is another guy. When he showed up and wrestled, much like Logan Paul, I was like, this guy's better than 3/4 of the roster. And it's his first match. He's really athletic and entertaining in the ring. He's great. But he was fun when he was in there. I guess if he decides he's got other stuff he's got to focus on. He's got a kid, baby now. So
he was on YouTube for a while. And then in my feed, one of his shows came up. And it was a show where he was showing up to all of his employees' houses and handing them money of $50,000 each. And that's how I was introduced. I knew him as the kicker for the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah.
But I wasn't really introduced to the Pat McAfee show until he did that, where he went to each one of his employees' houses and handed them a check and some money.
Yep. Apparently he's apparently he's very generous with the people that work for him, which is, I believe, why the people who work for him don't change. It's the same guys for years.
And every so often he has a rotating guest host thing.
Yeah.
You know who I was surprised I actually liked on the show was Pac-Man Jones.
He was great.
Pac-Man Jones was on that. He was freaking great.
He's a degenerate, but he was entertaining.
As a football player, he was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
But he was entertaining on the show. I thought he was funny.
Yep. I think for people who follow the NFL, Pat McAfee, at least clips of his during football season are must watch.
Yeah. Yeah, I like he's a bro and he takes care of his guys and he gives back to the community. He's just a good dude and I like him a lot.
shouts out the service members all the time. Did a show from Camp Lejeune, which the Marine Corps has never let anybody do that.
Yeah,
Showed
and
them
they
a lot of
the ultimate
respect.
bro go there.
Yeah, yeah. But he showed them a lot of respect, spotlit some of the soldiers, and he's I don't know. I have a positive feeling about him.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, he could be a jackass. I don't know, but I like him.
I don't think so. You can read people pretty well if they're a jackass behind the scenes. I think he's the same person in front of the camera that he is behind the camera.
He reminds me a little bit of another person we cover on occasion, a musician, Ted Nugent.
Yeah.
Where seems like a nice guy. I agree with his values pretty much. But I think if I hung out with Pat McAfee like at a bar for more than 10 minutes, I couldn't take any more of him because he's so high energy and nonstop.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm trying to chill. It's happy hour.
I think he's the same person he is in front of the camera as he is behind the camera.
Yeah,
same dude.